packaging looks like. We threw 3 of them in here with 2 bags of pappardelle, but we're gonna try it.
I think there's 4 bags, boo. You only have 1 left. You ordered 5.
Oh my god, we threw 4 bags?
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
I must be nuts. Oh! Oh! Ooh! Listen, boo-boo.
Do you like it?
I changed my mind. This is suffering. Oh, it's so crazy. I don't know if it's good or if it's so spicy that my mouth is filling with like so much saliva. It's like overloading with saliva. The flavor doesn't really taste like spaghetti to you, does it? Not to me.
You know there's like Americanized
Yeah.
Asian food? This is like Asianized Italian pasta.
Yeah. It's very interesting. That's such an accurate description. It doesn't have like that creaminess of like a spaghetti. It's like, imagine mixing maybe Jollibee with nuclear sauce. Okay, let's just move it. I'm just gonna. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're pink.
Oh my god. I feel like that Disney movie where like the villain morphs into a princess. So then she goes from this to like, hello princess. Just kidding. Okay, do you want some dumplings on the side or like just me?
You know the shrimp is not as bad. You can use the shrimp.
Don't lie to me. I know you're lying. Okay, let's try the shrimp. Wow. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, with the rice, I am tasting more of the pasta sauce.
With the rice.
We're gonna jump right into some conspiracy theories. These are ones that I find to be increasingly entertaining, increasingly just kind of weird, and everything about it is unsettling, right? And some of these are questions that I had prior to finding out about that already people have theories to it. And it all starts with Disney and Pixar. Disney and Pixar are by far the strongest power couples that have ever graced the movie industry, the entertainment industry. And we all know that there's a lot of urban legends about Disneyland, Disney World, Disney parks, abandoned Disney parks, Walt Disney himself. But I recently got invited to Disneyland for a VIP tour, and I completely fell in love, so I'm a sellout, okay? And I don't believe in those anymore. I'm just kidding. Yes, I do, but I'm just gonna give it some time so Disney doesn't hunt me down. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you guys about the VIP tour. Guys, I went on a VIP tour of Disneyland.
And
Now she won't shut up about it.
I saw Lamar Odom. So this first conspiracy starts with Walt Disney himself and Walt Disney's mother, because have you noticed a trend? Hold on. Oh, so spicy. I don't know how you do it. This all started when Snow White, the original movie, The Snow White and Seven Dwarfs came out, which, by the way, there's a whole conspiracy on that. Well, this turned out to be a false conspiracy because technically Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was adapted. It's an adaptation of a long time ago folktale that already existed of the direct translation turned Snow White's name into Snow White, right? But a lot of people suspected back in the day that it was actually about Walt Disney's affiliation, his love, his appreciation for the substance, aka known as Snow White, sold by yours truly, El Chapo. Sorry. So because...
no.
Yeah, and they said that the seven dwarves were the different stages of going through that substance abuse. You get sleepy, you get hungry, You get mopey. You get happy. You're
didn't
like,
even know.
it makes sense. And so someone was like, wait, I feel like this has to do with his substance abuse.
Okay. Oh, so they all have their own personality trait.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
What, you just thought there were 7
I just thought there were 7 dwarfs.
who just hang out?
No.
Doesn't win Best Supporting Actor or Actress? When Snow White first came out in the movie industry, this was in like the 50s, I believe, it was not known to be a good selling type of storyline. So back in Hollywood, they really wanted different types of storylines. They liked those black and white movies. They didn't really think, 7 dwarfs that were sleepy, mopey, hungry, and some princess who's asleep was gonna do well in theaters. But Walt Disney, and did you know Walt Disney had a brother who invested in Walt Disney with him? They decided, hey, we're gonna literally finance our entire lives, get all of our money, and put that shit into Snow White, the motherfucking movie, because we have such high hopes. If you know the story of Walt Disney, oh my gosh, he is a beautiful man with a lot of beautiful dreams. But he's also known to be a very controversial figure. Anyways.
Didn't you say him and his wife are crazy in love?
Yeah, that's what it seemed from the outside.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry. Okay, so they invested into Snow White.
And it paid off. That was their first massive hit. Critical acclaim, critical praise. They also made a ton of movie. I think it was the highest grossing film of that era. And so with that money, they just had so much money. I'm talking shmoney. Walt Disney made a lot of shmoney that time, okay? And so he was just blowing cash. They bought a new studio. They started investing in new movies like Bambi, Pinocchio. They were having a bunch of things in production, and they were like, this is it. This is the start of Disney Productions, right? And they also decided, hey, now that we've pretty much lived in California for a while, now that we have all of this extra cash, why don't we buy our parents a beautiful home in North Hollywood, right? Because right now they're living in Portland, Oregon. Bring them over to North Hollywood. We're so busy these days, we can't go and see them. We're bad kids. But if they're here, we can always go visit them. And so Walt and Ron, they invested a bunch of money buying this North Hollywood beautiful home. And Walt was, I believe, the one in charge of, setting up all the other things. Setting up a furnace so that they can stay warm during the winter months or during night, etc. Getting a refrigerator, etc.
So Walt is furniture shopping? Okay. So we're talking about the story about Walt Disney himself?
Yes, this
not
one.
Snow White.
He bought this with Snow White money. So, Walt Disney, El Chapo, same person. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's giving me that, don't say that. Look. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
They're like the total opposite of the branding.
I know. Branding, though, but...
Honey, you have a lot of balls today, huh?
I know.
What's happening?
I really don't know.
What's got into your head?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just kidding. I love Disney. Even with rice, it's so spicy.
I know, I need a break.
So they bought the house, they put in a furnace, they put in all the things that they need. In October of that year, just like this month, they brought in their parents from Portland, Oregon and said, Mom and Dad, Snow White did really well, and now we bought you this home. Please live in it. We love you so much. And so the elder Disneys, they moved right on in, right? Now, almost a month exactly later, November 26th, the day before my birthday, the mom Disney, mother Disney, passed away. Now, what did she pass away from? Not old age, not from a sickness that she had developed, but because there was a carbon monoxide leak coming from the furnace that was installed in the home by Walt Disney's people.
Is this urban legend or this
No,
is a true
this
story?
truly happened. And so Ron and Walt were thinking, why? What happened? What could have possibly gone wrong? Carbon monoxide is a silent killer, like they say. And so they bring in a bunch of experts to, check out